older, people will start to ask you questions. And I think this leads me to my conclusion about why I feel like Taylor Swift wanted to do this PR kind of relationship, is because I think she needed some kind of protection. And I've said this before. Hi everyone, welcome back to No Light Tarot. My name is Hallie, so grateful to have you all. Let's get into this. I'm really excited to be doing this video. I'm doing a couples update. I'm doing it on two couples. A lot has come out recently about these two couples, and the woman actually happened to be friends, which I find very fascinating. So let's get into it. Please make sure you're subscribed, like the video, and yeah, please comment. I love to read your comments. I might not always, especially recently, I've had a lot of doctor's appointments because I've been dealing with an issue of being ill, but and work, I have like 3 jobs. But I do love to hear what to say, so please make sure that you comment. And sorry if I get back to you later. I try not to make it too late. I'll usually reply within a day or so, but yeah, I do love your comments, so please write them. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm really excited to be doing this. We're going to start off with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. I almost said Ryan Gosling, which is so funny. If you haven't watched my recent videos, please check them out. I've done some videos on her where I speak about how everybody's cancelling Blake Lively. I actually did a video about just the two of them, and I broke down past, present, and future. And it's very fascinating what I discovered. Like I have mentioned before, I have no bias. I did have friends that had met her before. I think I had a friend that worked with her actually, because I have a lot of actor friends, a lot of friends in film, production, stuff like that. So I have, through other people, either met, I had an ex who was a publicist, so through either people that I met or, so forth, I've met a lot of celebrities. Actually, my next video that I'll be recording is personal celebrity stories, so stay tuned for that. So I just heard she was very difficult to work with in general. I think I met a director that worked with her, but I just remember hearing it throughout the years. She was very difficult to work with, and I'm not surprised, because I lived in New York. I'm actually from New York. I just grew up in South Africa and England, and I lived in New York for a very long time. So when I lived there, I was in my 20s, I lived in New York. And from when I was 19 till I was 29. Yeah, 10 years. So total, I lived in New York for 12 years. But something that I heard in general, because Gossip Girl, but she wasn't Gossip Girl, was filmed in New York, and I would hear a lot of the time that she was difficult to work with. So yeah, that's what I heard, and it's quite a shame. So I never really, and I met some of the Gossip Girl people. In my personal celebrities where I'll go through who, if I remember. But I met 3 of them, and they were not very nice, actually. Especially that Chase Crawford guy. I was quite disappointed. Because I wasn't really disappointed. I don't really get disappointed by celebrities. But he was just not very pleasant. And I was like, But I heard that about a lot of the cast. In general, I heard that about a lot, because I knew somebody that worked on production. I think I knew somebody that worked around them and would tell me stories, and I was like, wow, I saw that, but anyways, so long story short, I've been doing a lot of videos. Things have come out about her that aren't very nice. She did the interview quite a while ago, and I don't really care about stuff like that. When people make tweets from a long time ago, I don't care about that, especially if they're kids. Let them grow and learn. Let them say sorry, and we'll see through their actions, but don't hold it over them. But something about Blake Lively that I see is that she still looks like the same person. She still comes across as having the same mean streak. She might not be the same in other ways, but it seems like she still has the same mean streak, because she was recently asked, if people come up to you, I'm paraphrasing, but A journalist asked her, if people come up to you and they want to talk about their personal stories, how would you react? And she said, oh, do they want my, should I share my location? Should I? And that is just so rude to say, you know. As I mentioned before, I am so grateful. Every time people tell me personal stories, I get sent personal stories about how a situation, videos help them, you know, and I just, in fact, the other day, somebody sent me a message on Instagram about how watching, they could relate to this topic that I spoke about, and it brought me to tears. I got so emotional and sentimental, and I just was so honored that that person thought of me, you know. And like they say, too much is given, much is required. And when you are in that light, you know, you need to really carry it with weight. So that was very disappointing. But anyway, so let's get let's get into this reading. I'm doing Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. The reason why I'm doing it is because I feel like when one person is cancelled in a famous relationship, it often puts pressure. And I'm not saying that I wanted to, I just want to dissect how it might have put pressure on the relationship. And then I'll be doing Travis and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. So let's get into it. The general energy that I picked up when I shuffled the cards was like very sad. And then I got Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords is the card of, like, if you can see, despair, crying. Seven of Swords, I think she's checking up. Seven of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and looking on different, she probably has like burner accounts. You don't really figure out what a burner. I was at my friend's house like 3 years ago, and I was helping her move, and what her other friend was like, oh, she probably has a burner account. And I was like, what's a burner account? I had no idea what a burner account was. And her friend probably thought it was so dumb. I've never heard of a burner account, you know. So a Seven of Swords and Knight of Pentacles, she probably has like a burner account where she uses somebody else's phone to check social media. And Five of Pentacles is not looking good financially. I think something is coming to light in terms of people are like telling her to apologize. People are telling her what to do. She doesn't know what to do. She's just kind of like stuck. So let's see, how is this affecting their relationship? And honestly, I've never really been like a Ryan Reynolds. I think I bought the whole package of them, you know, as we all do. I don't even know why, because I don't usually buy into the media stuff, and especially because my ex was a publicist for quite a few famous people, so I never really buy into these things. But for some reason, I don't know why, I think because of Deadpool, even though I don't really like Deadpool, I bought into this whole idea, oh, that they're so sweet, and they seem so happy, but I should have known better. So with the Temperance, Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords, so she's going to, like I said before, rely on him a lot. And she's going to be seen out with her kids. She's going to paint a picture. They're going to paint a picture that everything's perfect. They're very good at painting pictures. You know, that's why they are the it couple in Hollywood. Ten of Swords. And then she's going to go away. She's going to have like a typical, I'm only smiling. It's not funny, but I'm only smiling because every celebrity that ends up in hot water does the same thing. They always like take a retreat, go away, find themselves. So she said she's going to like go to some yoga retreat or something and find herself and say she was lost. She's going to come back around Thanksgiving and say she was lost, and she's just so thankful for everybody and everything. I don't believe that that is her call. I feel like once you've hit a certain age, you can change, but not when you are surrounded by people, by yes people, you know. So she's going to, it's going to be very fabricated. She's going to have a lot of famous friends. I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor Swift is not one of them. I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor Swift is one of them. But she's going to say that she's grown, she's matured, she's learned so much over the years. But in my previous video about her, I said she's going to continue to get backlash. She's going to continue to be treated a certain way by the public, because what a lot of these media, what a lot of these people don't understand in the limelight is that now the power is no longer in a few media houses. And before they used to submit what they wanted us to know about them, and then that was the image that they could paint. But now social media has created a sense of transparency. And it doesn't mean that because you post a picture that's transparent. That's not at all what it means. It means that people can now see more of what they couldn't see before. And not just from the celebrity, but from other people, especially TikTok. I mean, you know how many people go on TikTok and they talk about the celebrity stories. And before, when I used to have celebrity stories before, because like I said, met a lot of celebrities through people that I've been with, through, work, through some interactions in my personal life, because I used to live in New York. So sometimes I would go to these parties. But I would tell people stories and they were like, yeah, right. Why haven't they published it then? And people would say to me, why isn't that in the news? I'm like, because do you understand they control a lot of these publicists have connections with the media. And there's only so much that they will report while still maintaining a working relationship with these celebrities, And I got called all kinds of names, especially about J-Lo. I tell people stories about J-Lo, and people say I'm a hater and that kind of stuff. And I would say, listen, J-Lo, both things can be true. A celebrity can be gorgeous. They can work their butt off, but they can also be a nasty person. It's not just black and white, And that's how I think about J-Lo. I feel like she's very similar to Blake, actually, but in a different way. But very cutthroat. You have to be, in certain parts, very cutthroat to reach that level of success. And to marry somebody like Ryan Reynolds, because if you don't know about his history, he was not the most faithful guy, which is very Sun and Scorpio male, And not all, but some are very, I heard a long time ago the story, and I don't know if it's true, that maybe I should do that about Alanis Morissette, but he was dating Alanis Morissette, and I remember reading an article a long time ago that she said he broke her heart. So he's not this innocent guy that people portray. So, and I don't think she is either. I think it's a match made in heaven, honestly. Okay, so let's get into Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Let's pull the energies. But I would love to hear what you say about Blake. Please don't be mean, though. I don't like to be mean about people. Unless it's to the person, then go ahead. Well, not on social media, but if you see them face to face. Not even... That came out wrong. But what I mean is that if somebody's bullying you, you have a right to defend yourself and you can bully them back. But if you don't know the person, and just like how the woman released the video, I totally believe in that. I totally believe in her releasing the video, because people like that need to be exposed, So let's get into Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. So this is very interesting. My friend sent me, my friend is so funny. She sends me all these articles. I love her so much. And she sent me, because I don't really, like I tell everybody, I'm not really into celebrity news. It's more reality TV I'm into. Love is Blind. I love Love is Blind. Love Island, Housewives. So that's what I focus my For You page is just Love Island, Love is Blind. So oftentimes people have to send me things, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what happened. But with the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, she sent me an article that it was fake. The whole relationship was fake. And I've been saying that for a while. I've been saying that I think in the beginning there was like butterflies and stuff like that, lots of flirtation. But I did say a lot of it is PR. And apparently some contract was shared with a journalist that they would announce the breakup of their relationship. I said after she's done with her tour, which is around... I believe, because she's going to be where I am in Miami in October. I wanted to see it, but I can't. That's the thing. I think, and this is just a side note, I love to add like my own personal commentary too, just from life. And me and Taylor Swift are the same age, right? We're both 1989, born 1989. What I find very interesting, especially the older you get, people will often, especially because I'm single, people will often say, okay, where's your man, and kind of look around. It's very interesting. I was at the laundromat the other day, and this man was like, okay, where's your husband? And I know he didn't mean it in a bad way. I didn't take it as a bad way, but I just thought, why do I have to have a husband, And I think he meant it like, oh, you are worthy of a husband, but really anybody is, So I think when you start to get to a certain age, even though I don't really look my age, when you are a woman of a particular age and you get older, people will start to ask you questions. And I think this leads me to my conclusion about why I feel like Taylor Swift wanted to do this PR kind of relationship, is because I think she needed some kind of protection. And I've said this before, but the older that I get, I'm expanding on it more. Is that, especially because I live alone, and I did have, I don't want to get too much into it, but I did have a male that would come around my apartment, and people would act differently, when I'm with a man, they act very differently. And when I'm a woman alone, they act differently, which is normal. But I think having a man, being with a man, provides you some kind of protection. And she is very stuck in that old traditional way of, I need a man for this, to shield me from the public. I don't know if that makes any sense. Please write in the comment section if it makes sense. But I feel like that about Taylor Swift, is that I feel like she needs to have a relationship to shield her from the public, So with 2 Pentacles, the Sun, and 10 of Swords. So I feel like they're not even talking right now. I feel like they don't even talk. I think they talk through their publicist. I actually feel like, especially with 10 of Swords, she can't stand him. The Wheel of Fortune, it's coming to an end. And I mean it this time, before I've been like, it's coming to an end. But the thing is, I feel like when she went on tour, then things started up again, I definitely believe it's very PR. I've said this before. And let's see, with Wheel of Fortune. Let's clarify Wheel of Fortune. But it's almost like it was meant to be. Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. The World, 6 of Swords, and 8 of Swords. Okay, so especially with 8 of Swords, she's shielded herself from him. It's almost like she's running away from him. And I think contractually she has to be around him in some form or manner. But it's like, okay, let's take a picture and then leave me alone. Okay, let's do this and then go away from me. Get away from me. But I don't blame her because he doesn't seem like the most. So I guess September. I don't know why I said September. Was the contract supposed to be ended in September? But I do strongly get September. Let's see. September. What does September signify? Because I don't fully remember, these details. Like I always tell people. Somebody wrote. This is very funny. Somebody wrote in one of the videos. I think it was Louis Tomlinson. That I said that his ex-girlfriend was Daniela. I get Daniela, something like that. And somebody wrote, oh, you can easily Google that. I'm like, do you think I have time to pause the video, look up her name, but oh, I think her name is Daniela. Like, I do not have time for that. I read what I see, I don't. But anyways, it's just funny. Okay, so what signifies September? Because the two are still going on. So why September? Okay, so with the Star, Page of Cups, the Chariot, it's more to do with him. He has the September. He wants the September deadline. I think he leaked the contract so that he's out by September. I think they keep pushing back the deadline. Oh my gosh, Page of Swords. They keep pushing back the deadline. It was supposed to be done, like I had mentioned before, in April. But they keep pushing it back, and he leaked it so that he's done. Because, like I've said before, he's very player vibes, and he wants to get back to his player ways. But she saw Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups. She was like, we need it. I need you for longer. So there's this tug of war of when it's going to end. It's definitely going to be done 2025. Definitely. But she keeps prolonging it. Why does she keep prolonging it? Let's see. Her dad. I always say her dad, the Emperor, is up to no good. I just got goosebumps. I don't trust her dad. I always say that. I don't trust her dad. 7 of Wands and 8 of Wands. So her dad wants to make sure. So you know how I said that the woman protection thing, I think it's coming from her dad. Her dad believes that if she has a man with her, the public won't view her in such a harsh light. Very profound. Which could be partially true, you know. Could definitely, when I think about all the celebrities, the female celebrities, the older that they get when they're alone, they are kind of crucified by the media. And like, why hasn't she settled down? He doesn't want that story for her. He wants to empower her, which is an interesting way of doing it. But she's doing it. He's doing it. So that's why I give for you. I'd love to have to say. Please like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And yeah, I love you all. Take care.